Question for you. What's the fastest way to get from point A to point B? On every hero's journey, you have to undergo a metamorphosis from who you've always been to the person you were destined to become. Reaching your goals isn't some happenstance miracle event that's left up to chance. It's a byproduct of becoming the person who would reach your goals. Think about it for a second. Consider your goals, lofty or not, and imagine the person who would achieve them. What do they look like? How do they act? What behaviors do they engage in? And possibly more importantly, which do they not? That is the person you must become if you want your goals to reach you. You can spend your whole life in a cycle of progress and regression, flip-flopping back and forth, never really stepping into the person you were meant to be. But if you want to make a change, and if you want to make a change now, then the fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line. This is why you owe it to yourself to at least once in your life go after what you want with singular focus. Because those few months of effort might just change the entire trajectory of your life. And across all time and fiction, there has always been one way to achieve this transformation of mind, body, and spirit: the training montage. There are 3 stages to a training montage. Stage 1, surrender. Surrender? I hardly know her. No, but seriously, we wrapping up? Clocking off? No, this is the pivotal moment where the hero commits to the quest. It's Creed quitting his job to follow in his father's footsteps. It's Bruce leaving Gotham. It's Milan stealing her father's armor. And our hearts. No, not surrender from work, my dear boy. Surrender to it. Surrender to the fact that the life you live now is not one that makes you happy. And if you want a different life, you're gonna have to learn to live a different way. You have to look at your life with eyes wide open and be honest with yourself. What do you need to give up? What do you need to sacrifice for your new life to begin? When I took this first step, it was hard because when I looked in the mirror, I saw a 21-year-old cinema worker who spent his spare time alone in his apartment watching movies, while his best years went by leaving no trace he was ever here. It took me a while to surrender to what I knew I had to do. I had to start contributing. I had to become a part of it. I couldn't keep living life on the sidelines behind a screen. I had to put myself out there, allow myself to be seen, and even open myself up to criticism. But that's when my new life began, when I surrendered my anonymity and the comfort and protection that provided, and I graduated to the next stage. Stage 2, show up. This is the fun part. This is the part people are familiar with. It's Rocky running up the steps in Philly. It's Daniel-san waxing on and subsequently off. It's Luke learning the ways of the Force on Dagobah. In Devil Wears Prada, where she learns how to dress and she gets that really cute makeover and what? Good movie. Right, can't a brother enjoy some Meryl Streep without getting the 3rd degree? Damn! Months of work squeezed into a short, action-packed sequence that makes you feel alive, makes you feel motivated, inspired for a while, until you go back on your bullshit, doom scrolling on the shitter and ordering Uber Eats. It's just so simple in the movies, you know? It's like the path is so clear. It feels like all they have to do is show up. Let me let you in on a little secret. That is all you have to do. Seriously, that's how I've achieved everything I have ever achieved. That's how I got in shape. That's how I built this YouTube channel, which I know isn't exactly successful yet, but I didn't even think I'd get this far. It's one of those things that's so simple and so obvious that it just goes right over our heads because we as humans overcomplicate everything. Always waiting for a secret to unlock our potential for us, not realizing our potential is always already unlocked. You only need the courage to step into it. But do not confuse showing up with burning out. You can show up in whatever capacity you have to offer, whether that's hours of focused work or 20 minutes of mediocre, uninspired, distracted nonsense. That's like every other day for me. Yeah, it is. Take 5. The beauty of it is the longer that you do this, the more it gets skewed in your favor and the more days become productive. But in order to reach this point, you have to wade through the shit fight that is procrastination, doubt, the soul-sucking, unproductive days. Soul-sucking, you say? Did I not tell you to take 5? And that's okay. Turn up anyway. The final stage is crucial if you want to solidify your progress. A common blunder in the hero's journey is getting all the way to the 1-yard line and then turning around and going home. Even after all the work you've done, the fear of failure still triumphs. But did Rocky do all that work to weasel out at the last minute? Did Milan? Did Bruce? Did Andrea? Eventually they all had to put their ass on the line and do what they set out to do. You see, whenever we start to make progress in life, our old self tries desperately to drag us back down to who we used to be. So it is crucial to complete the transformation in that final moment. It's almost like saving your progress in a game. You need to reach the next checkpoint, otherwise everything in between will be lost. And the only way to get from one checkpoint to the next is a leap of faith. You can't safely dip your toe into the unknown and test the waters until you're comfortable. At a certain point, hard work and preparation become redundant. Unless you're willing to take that leap, you'll forever stay where you are now. Just remember, all the best things in life are on the other side of fear. It's the crane kick in Karate Kid. It's Rocky going the distance. It's Bruce saving Gotham. It's Andrea... What does she do? Remembering that guy's name. Really? I don't know.